Okay, now let's move on to paper 1, which carries 85 marks. Okay, paper 1 consists of 2 sections. You have question 1, that is your directed writing. Okay. And this carries 35 marks. And question 2, that is your continuous writing, which carries 50 marks. Okay. So, from this you can see that you should pay more attention to question 2, which carries 50 marks. What normally happens is, okay, it's a very common case. Students come out after the paper complaining that they did not have enough time to complete this paper because they would have spent a lot of time answering question 1, which only carries 35 marks. So, one important thing I want to tell you is spend more time on question 2. Okay. For question 1, you are actually given 45 minutes. Okay. But what I would like to recommend to you is answer this question in 30 minutes. All you need is 30, maybe maximum 35 minutes. So, the other 10 minutes, use it for your question 2. Okay. Now, question 1, okay, even a very weak candidate should be able to score at least 17 out of 35. A weak candidate. In order to get your A plus, you have to get at least 33 upon 35. Okay, this is for A plus, and this for the basic pass E. For directed writing, there are normally 5 different types of questions that can be asked. You have 1, report, okay, report. And normally, the report will be to the principal, P-R-I-N-C-I-P-A-L, please. It is not P-R-I-N-C-I-P-L-E, principal. Or sometimes students even write principal, principal. And sometimes you also have this word, participle. Can you imagine? If it's a speech, a very good morning to the principal, a very good morning to the participle. And sometimes to the teacher, addressed to the teacher. Okay. Then you have formal letter. Okay. Third one can be informal letter, which is very common. I don't know why Lembaga loves to give informal letters. Even last year was an informal letter. Okay. 4, speech or a talk. Okay. And the last one, 5, will be article. Okay. If we look at the analysis from 2002 right till 2012, you will find lots of informal letters being given. Within that range, 2002 until 2012, as last year, they have given only 1 report and 1 article, and I think 1 formal letter. The rest will be speech or a talk or informal letters. So, this year, be prepared for an article. You can give 100% to this, 99.9% to report, and 90% to a formal letter. You can forget about informal letter or speech, but at the same time, please take note, who is in charge of your exams, your SPM? It's Lembaga Peperiksaan. What is Lembaga in Bahasa Melayu? Devil, hantu, right? So they can even repeat what was given last year. So just be prepared. Okay, now what is important? The way it is marked. Can you imagine? Okay, a piece of an article written by a Form 3 student and the same article written by a Form 5 student. Everything same, A to Z, but the mark given will be different. The Form 5 student will get a higher mark compared to a PMR student for the same article. Why? It is because the way your paper is marked, the question is marked. Okay? This question 1, is marked based on format. Okay, format, maximum 3 marks. Then you have your content, 12. Then comes language, which carries 20 marks. So total of 35. Okay, so for format, you can actually memorize. There's nothing much. I'll give you everything today. Okay, content. For the past, I think 10 years or so, they will give you all the content points. If 12 content points are given, all you need to do is write out the content points. Sometimes they just string all the content points in one paragraph and they can get the full content marks. That's how it is marked. Okay? So only language that we are very, very particular, very strict with language. Content wise, even in broken English, we still award you the maximum mark. Okay. Now for language, before I go on further, language mark is like this. Okay. A is 19 to 20 marks. B 16 to 18. For a C, it is 13 to 15. D 10 to 12. E 7 to 9. Then you have your U1, which is 4 to 6. U2 2 to 3, and finally U3 0 to 1. Okay. So for an A plus, I told you you only require 33 upon 35. That means you need to get format full marks 3, content 12, that is 15, and only a B, an 18 to get your A plus. So for a to just pass for a 17, okay, for a 17 upon 35, you need to get full marks for your format. Content should be full 12, that is 15, and language even, okay, never mind, forget about 12. You can even afford to get 7, that is 10, and probably an E grade 7, so 17 upon 35. Okay. There are cases where students may get full marks for format and content, and language may only be 2 or 3, but still they get a total of 17 or 18 upon 35. Okay, now we'll go back to the question for article. We'll go back to article, which I think might come out this year. Okay, what is the format for an article? The format, all you need to write is the title, give a title, that will be 1 mark. Write in paragraphs, that will be 1 mark. You may just have 2 paragraphs. Okay, that's enough. You get 1 mark for that, for a format. And written by, you end up with written by 1 mark. So all of you should get 3 marks. Now for the content, it has to be 12. Okay, sometimes they may only give you say 9 content points. So where do you get the other 3 content points? It could be an elaboration, or you can even write some new points on your own. Okay. And before, prior to 2002, when they first started this 1119 in 1997, right till 2001. Okay. During these years, sometimes they only gave 5 or 6 content points. Okay. Let's say if you are given only 5 content points. So what's going to happen? You know you need 12 marks for content. So where are you going to get the other 7 marks, 7 points? So that is where you got to elaborate. Okay, let's say the 5 content points, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, you have mentioned, you have written the 5 content points here. Okay, what you need to do? Elaborate. Give one elaboration, another elaboration for 3, for point 3, yeah? Then point 4, elaboration, and point 5, elaboration. So now what you have? You have a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points. You need another 2. So what you can do? To whichever point that you like, okay, add one more elaboration. Or maybe you like point 4, add one more. So now you have 12 points. You must be very careful. You must read the question properly. Sometimes from the question, you will be able to know how many content points have been given. All right. So that is for article. Now let's move on to the second topic that could come out this year, report. Report. Okay. You may find many versions in the workbooks. Okay. Okay. I'll just give you one. Stick to it. Okay. The format for report. Okay. Let's say it's to the principal. Just put to the principal. Okay. SMK Subang maybe. Okay. Subang Jaya. Okay. Then what is it about? Okay. Regarding what is the report? Okay. Say vandalism. Vandalism in school. Okay. Remember, vandalism, don't go and add the E there after the M. Vandalisme or gangsterisme. That is the Malay spelling. Okay. English is just vandalism. Okay. So you have done. Okay. To whom? Okay. What's it about? Okay. Write your answer, whatever, the points, and at the end, reported. Reported by. Okay. You can sign. Okay. Whether you are the secretary or the class monitor or the school prefect. Okay. Just put in bracket. Okay. What you are, secretary maybe. And here your signature. Okay. So that's all for report. I know many students, when they see the question on report, they get scared because they're not very sure of the format. Anyway, for SPM, can you imagine, even let's say you have written reported by somewhere at the side, you have written the topic on top, it doesn't matter. We still give you, we still award you the content, the format marks. And you want to put the date, by all means do so, no problem at all. Okay, that is all for report. Okay, now we move on to the third question. Okay, formal letter. Okay, for the format, you got to remember 6 things. 6 things to remember. Okay, imagine this is your exam pad. Okay, what you need? First of all, your name and address. Okay, then you can draw a line. Okay, to whom? To the manager maybe. Okay, to the manager. okay, the company's name, then you can put a date, then dear sir, okay, then the title, at the end, yours faithfully, sign and write your name. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 things. If you leave out one, we'll give you 2 marks for content. You leave out, if you only give 4, we'll give you 1 mark. If there's only 3, then 0. Okay, that's all. Okay, now let's say it's a formal letter and you wrote an informal letter. Have no fear, you won't get 0, you will only lose 3 marks for your format. That's all. It's simple as that. Okay, now we move on to informal letter. I think the last time you would have written an informal letter would be during your exam. Have you ever written one to a friend? I doubt. Or even to your parents, or your cousins. Okay? It's all for exam purpose only. For that matter, even I don't think I've written one for a long time. Okay, for informal letter, this is, okay, on the right, it's your name and address. Okay, your name, address, the date, then dear. Make it very simple. Okay, let's say to a friend, dear Ali, comma. Dear Ali should be in one line, not dear on top, Ali at the bottom. And then you end with, okay, here, it can be your pal, your friend, or whatever, and you sign, signature. Okay? Now, do not begin like your BM letters, kepada sahabatku yang berada di whatever. Just make it simple. Dear Ali, how are you? I'm fine here. I hope you are fine too. Or, everything is well here, but don't ever write, everything is well here, and I hope you are in the well too. Please don't do that. Well in this case means perigi. Okay, so just remember that. Okay, that's all for informal letter. Okay? Okay, now the last one, that is speech. Or a talk. Okay, format. Okay, first thing is wish the audience. It can be a very good morning, normally to the chairperson, teachers and friends. Don't bother if it's in a school assembly, a very good morning to the chairperson, the principal, the senior assistant number 1, senior assistant number 2. Just forget about all that crap. Just address the chairperson, principal, teachers and students. Or even if you write a very good morning to the students, it's okay. You still get your 1 mark for addressing the audience. Okay. The second mark will be mention the topic. Today I'm going to talk on motivation or whatever. Okay, mention the topic. Okay. And the third mark will be you end your essay, you end your speech with a thank you. Okay? Okay. For SPM English, for the format, even if you have to write thank you, I won't write it here, thank you, thanks you, thanks you, you still get your 1 mark because we want to see the closure. Okay? The reason why we accept all that is because we think, oh, your students doing this under pressure, exam tension, strain, so we allow all that. Okay? That's how simple it is to score for your English. Okay, so now I've mentioned all the 5 different types of questions, and make sure you prepare well for the format, especially for report and article this year.